To ask the Scottish Government whether its policy position in relation to an independent Scotland seeking to rejoin the EU includes rejoining the Common Fisheries Policy.
Cabinet Secretary. As set out in our Building a New Scotland paper on our marine sector in an independent Scotland, the Common Fisheries Policy is an integral part of EU law. It's well established that members of the CFP and membership of that is a fundamental requirement of EU membership. Now, the Scottish Government supports the overarching principles and the strategic outcomes of the CFP and their role in supporting long-term sustainable fishing. An independent Scotland within the EU, as an influential maritime nation, would have a significant opportunity to shape the future of the policy and relevant legislative and regulatory developments.
Ash Regan.
Norway, which is a country similar in size to Scotland, is of course a member of the European Free Trade Association, giving access to the European Economic Area. And Norway thrives outside of the EU, but inside the single market, controlling its own waters, managing its own resources and delivering prosperity for its people. Does the Scottish Government accept that Norway offers a viable model for European trade for an independent Scotland, and what concrete steps is it taking to ensure that Scotland regains access to the single market?
Cabinet Secretary. The member is right in that Norway offers another model and another alternative, but again it's the position of the Scottish Government that we would seek to rejoin the EU and to rejoin the EU as an independent nation, because although Norway is outside of the CFP, when you look at EU members such as Norway, they're required to implement the vast majority of EU law, but then they have little or no involvement in terms of how those laws are made. So that's why we would want to be an independent member state and be members of the EU, because we would then have the power and the ability to then shape that and to work for the benefit of Scotland.